So you don't need to master your I am, your awareness, your true nature or source or anything. You don't need to control anything. You don't need to hold yourself in some perfect state of I am, like you're gripping onto the edge of a cliff. And I already know what you're thinking. But if I don't control my thoughts, won't I spiral? If I don't cling on to my I am, won't I fall apart? If I don't do something and master my awareness, what will change? If I don't try to stay in the right state of source, wouldn't I just go back to my old self? And see that? Well, that's the real illusion. I mean, who is the one trying to control? Who is the one that says you need to master yourself? Who is the one gripping tight and thinking that if they let go, everything will fall apart? Because the only thing keeping you stuck is the belief that you have to do something to be yourself because you've been attached to a collection of stories. You think that being aware or being I am, the thing that has been effortlessly here since birth, is something you have to maintain or achieve. So let's break that illusion. I'll share a quick personal experience around my birthday. It's my birthday today. Well, every day is our birthday, by the way, since we are ever present, infinite I am, and also a client experience to help you see through this. And so let's say there's a seesaw, right? One side is control and the other side is anxiety. You try to control your mind, anxiety increases. Anxiety increases. You try harder to control it, to control yourself, to control your I am. It's a loop. You keep pushing down on one side and it just flips the other way. So the moment you let go of that pushing, just the seesaw stops moving. And you were the one keeping it moving the whole time. So what happens if you just step off? What happens if you stop trying to hold your thoughts in place? Stop trying to hold your I am, your source, in the right place, in the right state. And I'll tell you what, nothing. Everything keeps flowing just as it always has. Reality does not collapse. Your ability to manifest doesn't stop working or go haywire. The moment you stop controlling, life starts moving effortlessly in your favor. And I know you like stories. So one of my clients, I think she was featured in one of the videos, came to me saying, she said, I get that I'm awareness, but my thoughts won't stop. I keep falling into old stories. It feels like I have to control my state or I lose it. Or that I have to control my I am. See what's happening? She was treating her being like something she had to hold on to. Like she had to grip onto her true nature of being source, being I am, being awareness, all synonyms. Like if she loosened her grip even for a second, it would just slip away and not come back. So one of the things, along with the somatic inquiry that I do, I asked her, well, what happens if you try to hold water in a fist, right? So, well, she kind of got quiet because she knew the answer. It spills right out. You can't hold water, but if you just open your hand, the water stays. It never went away. Same with awareness, same with I am. It's never something to hold on to. It's just here. It's you, always. So the moment she let go of trying, she saw that she never had to maintain anything. How freeing is that? And that's when her mind quieted down on its own to give more relaxing thoughts. Her relationships shifted on their own. Her manifestations stopped feeling like a struggle, not because she was doing it right, but because she stopped doing altogether and just started living. So now, like I said, it's my birthday today, and I didn't have any solid plans for last night. And I love celebrating my birthday. And my old self a few years ago would have tried to control, situations in my mind, technique, the perfect scenarios of how it would just, go down, try to get an outcome, then feel bad if I don't get the exact outcome, or try to get into the feeling of being loved, make sure all my friends were coming. That is, if they're still in my city. And well, they kind of fell through, or we'd have to reschedule, or forego that plan, or someone would miss out. And sometimes it would work, but most times it would not. And this time I was like, I just knew I had to have a good time. And one of my wishes for a really long time was to go to a concert on my birthday eve or birthday. And then randomly, one of my friends here asked me if I wanted to come to a last-minute concert with her and her boyfriend. And initially, I could not make it because I thought I was going to hang out with my cousins on my birthday eve. But coincidentally, and there are no coincidences, one of my cousins' kids ended up falling sick, and two more others ended up being out of town anyway, and there were just two more left. So we're like, oh, why not just reschedule, and then we can hang out in New York City later next weekend. And so I got last minute tickets to the concert last night, and I could go with my friend. It was so fun. Amazing vibe. It was truly such a great time. Came back home at 3. And tonight I'm going with some other friends to a dinner and a Comedy Cellar again in New York City. Again, so there was zero controlling myself or holding myself to awareness or I am. There was no trying to master my I am. It's more like I just rested in awareness and that experience of, nonchalantness, like nothing was a big deal. That attitude showed up. Like, what is there to master? It was all about seeing through any need of mastering myself and just chilling like a villain as myself. Just being myself. And that wasn't very hard. And it's kind of like this. Let me give you an analogy. Again, another one. Let's say you notice a fish swimming in the ocean, right? Let's imagine a fish swimming in the ocean, panicking. And it's saying, well, I need to find water. How do I find it fast? How do I stay in the water? Well, what if I fall out? The fish is frantically swimming around, looking for water, trying to hold it, trying to grasp it. Meanwhile, it's already in it. It was never not in it. And that is you. You are awareness. You are the I am. You are source. You are already here. The moment you stop searching, you realize you were never lost. The moment you stop grasping, you see you never had to hold on in the first place. Does that make sense? So, how do you experience this directly for yourself? Okay, I know the mind is sneaky and it wants something to do, right? So let's see this directly without berating the mind, all right? Without trying to control the mind. So just lean back and just try out these guided pauses. Just stop. Just stop for a second. Not for 5 minutes, not for 30 seconds, just right this second. Just pause. And now ask yourself, without touching any of your thoughts, without referring to your memories, where are you right now? Are you holding anything in place? Or do you notice that everything is already happening just here in this very second? What if you didn't have to hold on to anything? Would anything actually disappear? Or would it keep flowing without any obstruction, as it is naturally designed to do? And what happens if you don't try to control anything, not even latching onto your I am, just for the next 5 minutes? Just notice, just letting everything be exactly as it is. What changes then? And sure, if your desire from this place naturally comes to mind, you'll see that you have no resistance. So you see, you don't have to hold on to anything. You don't need to control your I am. You don't need to become your I am, become anything, become being. You are already everything. So please, let's step off the seesaw. Let go of the fish. Let the ocean move as it does. And just see the water that you were looking for, like the fish swimming in the ocean, was always here. It was always you. And if you want to solidify this through a somatic experience, through my somatic inquiry, where you can sense it in your bones as a knowing, not as phrases that feel good for 1 day, for 5 days, for 3 hours, and then you go right back without any way of returning to who you truly are. Then if you desire, you can sign up to my one-on-one coaching. All the links are in the description below. And if you want a quick exchange, you can send me an email with with your question, and I will answer it by a voice note attached to the email. And my audio coaching details are also in the description below. Or you can experience any of my mini courses like Weightless or Unwind. And I'd love to hear your experience, your insights, big or small, in the comments below. I'll see you there.